From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Hey folks, good morning. Hope you had a nice week so far. We're still holding on to that taste of summer. That much is for sure. We have those 90s coming back here, especially in portions of the valley through today. Starting the day out in the 60s though for most of us across the area. Out towards Siskiyou, Modoc County, lower to mid 80s. Out towards the eastern mountains of Plumas County, also we're probably going to hit right there near 80 with mostly clear skies across the area. Maybe a few patchy cumulus clouds though is the story. Check it out here on the Futurecast to see what I'm talking about. You might even see maybe one or two stray showers up there in the higher elevations, but I really don't think it's anything worth considering in terms of your day plans. Don't worry about it, but if you see one, maybe two pop up across the area, don't say I didn't warn you, right? But otherwise, it looks like a fantastic day out there. Valley, Trinity, out there in northern portions of the coast, down through Humboldt County, you're in the marine layer. Most of us out there in Modoc County, we're going to be fine. Now, as we head through tomorrow, I think it kind of picks up in terms of those rain chances and some of those higher elevations. We get a little more what's called convection across the area, a few areas, maybe some locally heavier downpours, but it's very, very isolated. I'm still kind of on the edge of even considering this something worth planning your day around, but still, I think the chances for the rain is going to be higher tomorrow than it is today, and it's kind of isolated, right, especially up in Siskiyou County, over here in Modoc County, out towards the eastern mountains and Plumas County, kind of a ring around the valley, best way to put it there for those rain chances. Valley, you're probably going to stay dry. Trinity County, I really don't think you're going to see much in the way of rain chances either, and along the coast in that marine layer, I think it's lower chances as well, so it's really isolated hit or miss type stuff there. Don't say I didn't warn you if you see some of that pop up here over the next day or two, especially through tomorrow. But still, I think the main story here over the next, I'd say 5 to 7 days or so is really the temperatures, right? Of course, I think the ridge kind of flattens out here for just a little bit here over the next 24 to 48 hours. Check this out though, as we head towards the middle portions of next week, we get this big time ridge of high pressure. See all this warm air here? Watch where that's going. That's pushing east with time here as we head over the next 5 to 7 days, and by Wednesday, Thursday, well, it's cozying up, getting right there, taking itself right at home, boom. Right over there in the northern portion of the state here through Oregon, up through Washington, and it's a huge ridge too, and this is on the GFS model, and it's actually been handling things pretty well. Of course, other models, there's Canadian models, there's European models, they have slightly different outcomes of this, but I think this is actually a fairly reasonable expectation. I do think if this high pressure can really sustain itself, we might be flirting with some triple-digit heat here as we head into this time frame here. Again, this is over the next 5 to 7 days here, and I think that's the main story, right? We're getting this taste of summer over the extended term, and I'll show you what I'm talking about on the 7-day outlook. From running down to Red Bluff through Chico, here through the valley, fantastic over the next several days. Notice as that ridge builds in, we're getting back into the upper 90s there. That's going to be especially through Tuesday and into Wednesday, and even still, the ridge flattens out, so we're a few degrees cooler, but is 92 and 97 really that different? Really, no. Let's be honest here. So we're staying pretty hot here in the extended term. Here along the coast, that marine layer is going to stick around for the next couple of days here, though, those clouds. But even out here, we're going to get back into the 60s really relatively quickly and head a little further inland and out towards Weaverville and Trinity County. Well, check it out there. Upper 80s, lower 90s, especially as that ridge builds back in there in the middle portions of the week there. And of course, as I was mentioning, do want to mention the chance of maybe a couple of rumbles of thunder and some heavier downpours with that convection, as it's called, through tomorrow. It's not a huge chance, but it is definitely there, and I think out through Mount Shasta City, points north through the mountains in Siskiyou County and out towards Modoc County and the eastern mountains. That's kind of where those best chances are, but they really are relatively isolated. And then beyond it, that high pressure takes back over. We have a fantastic week to look forward to and a hot week to look forward to, which again, as mentioned, I think is kind of the main story I'm going to be keeping an eye on here over the next couple of days. And of course, I'll be back with you later today to see how this forecast has evolved, and I'll be with you for the rest of the weekend, and we have a lot to talk about in terms of temperatures, so be sure to stay tuned, and we'll see how it goes. Looks like a great weekend for most of us, though. So, hey, like I said, see you here in just a couple of hours, and hope you had a nice day so far.